You're a reader. I'm a reader. Let's talk about books about reading. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Today, I'm talking about 3 books that can up your reading game, okay? Help you interact with the text better, help you understand what you read better, help you extract everything that you can up out of them words, help you enjoy what you read better, and then just be able to talk about it more. Let's just jump into it. First we have, which order do I want to do these in? We're going to start with this. How to Read Literature Like a Professor, a lively and entertaining guide to reading between the lines by Thomas C. Foster. I actually have another book of his. I actually don't even know where I put it. There's plenty of things I highlighted in this book. So much stuff, y'all. It's plenty to be said about this book. But yeah, it talks about reading things in context. That's the main thing that I got from this. Reading things in context. When was it written? Who was the original audience? Is it a Greek work? Is it a Greek work? Is it derived from Shakespeare? If so, let's read it in this way, Is it political? Is there symbolism there? Really asking yourself these questions before you read, during the read, and after you read it to kind of analyze what you just read. Yeah, but I thought this was good because you always think, really, I think when I'm reading the Bible, read it in context, read it in context, read it in context. It's the same thing with any book that you read, read it in context. And when I was reading this, I'm in order to, extract whatever you need to extract from the text, what is being said? What is the purpose and why? What devices are being using? Is this irony? Is it satire? Is it matter of fact and supposed to be taken literally? Is it allegory? What's going on here? And again, when was it written? Where was it written? Where is the author from? Where is this book primarily produced? All of these things can go into how you analyze the text. And as somebody who is now analyzing a lot of things that I have to read, I found this book helpful. And y'all, I marked this book up. Okay, so here's the general rule. Whether it's Italy or Greece or Africa or Malaysia or Vietnam, when writers send characters south, it's so they can run amok. just stuff like that. Oh, for real. Yeah. And then it talks about just the basis of a novel, because I feel sometimes if you can understand the parts and how a story is put together, you're then able to kind of recognize themes easier. You're able to recognize devices that are used easier, and pattern recognition is easier in that. So I found this book helpful. I enjoyed it. It's nonfiction, yes, but it wasn't dry. I do agree that it's an entertaining guide. He takes stories that are classics, deeply embedded into society, and that a lot of other stories are built on, and helps you understand, one, what the original author was saying. If we're saying, yeah, this is derived from Shakespeare, this is derived from Hemingway, this is derived from Toni Morrison. When we take that, what was she saying then? What are they saying now? Why do they draw their parallels? And why do they decide to use that story as the basis? All of that matters. So it's interesting. I enjoyed it. So that's book 1. Book 2 is different, but the same in a lot of ways. That is The Art of XRay Reading, How the Secrets of 25 Great Works of Literature Will Improve Your Writing. So yes, it does have a writing style, how you can use what was written to help you be a better writer. But I like that it kind of, it takes 25 great pieces of literature and turns them into lessons. So I like that it highlights different books, different authors, different stories, and it takes what we can learn from it to then help us become better writers. We can take that and implement it into our writing because they knew what they was doing. They knew what they was talking about, So this book X-rays The Great Gatsby, Lolita, Hemingway, James Joyce, Sylvia Plath, O'Connor. We did King Lear, Grapes of Wrath. What else we got? Macbeth, Moby Dick, Zora Neale Hurston, Harper Lee, Toni Morrison, all of that. So yeah, And it turns their work, their writing style, their passion, what they left through their literature, he turns it into like a writing lesson. And I just thought that was cool. I like the premise of this book. I like the idea behind it. And I like that it was actually helpful. So thinking about like, some writers are more slow. He calls them slow writers. Yeah. And you think when that's useful to like, when is that useful in your writing? When do you want, like, how to evoke a certain feeling or emotion from your reader based on some of the greats? So yeah, I enjoyed this book. That's book 2. Book 3, last one. How to Read a Book, The Classic Guide to Intelligent Reading. I wasn't going to get this when I first saw it. I ain't gonna lie. And this, out of these 3, this is my least favorite, but I still put it in here because I got some really good stuff from it. Like, I liked it less because it was more dry, but it was more dry, but it was more informative than the other one. So this is not here to entertain you, okay? This is like taking a class. That's what I got from it. It's like, look, how to recognize and understand philosophical dialogue, how to recognize and understand theories, how to be a demanding reader and really like challenge the author or the book that you're reading to get out of it what you want to get out of it. How to read books of all genres, how to read, it kind of broke it down so you can read about the social sciences, how to read more hard science stuff, how to read, fiction, how to read nonfiction. It was dry, but it was good. How to read plays, how to read everything. That's what this book is. And you can also use this as a reference guide and just kind of keep it on your desk. Like, oh, I gotta go through these plays. Let me see this. How to find keywords. How to read the Constitution. Like literally everything. Yeah, it was still good to me. It was dry. It took a while to get through, and some parts I kind of skimmed through, like, I don't know. But I like classic poetry as well, so I definitely was, like, into it when it was talking about how to read and analyze classic poetry and, like, breaking down the sonnets to everything and recognizing what format was being used and stuff like that. So I enjoyed that. But, yeah, it's my least favorite out of these 3, but still I learned a lot from it. So that's it for today. These are 3 books that can help you read better, interact with the text more, help you get everything you can get out of it. Everything. Get it all out. But yeah, that's it. See y'all on the next one.